Good morning. I've been missing in action. I took a few days for myself because I was actually supposed to be on vacation somewhere. And that didn't happen. But there's reasons for everything. And I just have learned that you go with the flow. And you do what you need to. And then you just... it'll happen when it's supposed to. You know, life is life. So, I have a few days of... when was I on? Mother's Day, I think? Okay. So, the 13th, 14th, and then I pulled some energy, some Rebecca Campbell, and then I used a tarot deck. And this is pretty good. And if we have enough time, I will pull some trinkets. So, a star is born. You are being seen differently. Not everyone understands you. And that is okay. You stand out in the spiritual world. God, Source, angels are so very proud of you. You're moving forward and life is about to get very good. Your intuition is at an all-time high. Individuals you need to work with will be shown to you. Be ready. Then I listened to a little bit of Ann Tucker. I haven't listened to her in a few weeks because I kind of could feel the momentum building, and I just wanted to wait. And this part of it is gonna be for my light workers and old souls. Feel your emotions and move through them. Calm yourself and ask questions of why you feel the way you do. Let it flow. Sit with it. You have one more test coming in from a past person. They will say they have changed, but not enough to meet your vibration. You deserve more. So many of us, including myself, have been working on themselves very diligently for like the last few years. And we're starting to see that the things that we concentrate on is what's happening. And when you choose to look at things through a lens of love, which I have always tried to do most of my life, which has also gotten me into trouble, you know, you're discerning better on who's good for you, who's not good for you. You know, two things. When you're around people that aren't good for you, you will feel tired when you get home, and your money will have been drained. Two things, okay? So then yesterday, I got new partnerships. I am healthy, wealthy, and abundant. Energies that want you to lash out. So there are people who are trying to get you to lash out and be that old you. When you know, oh, I know who I am when I become that person. And we like to keep her in the closet because she's ruthless. She will come at you and chew you up and spit you up before you even know what you did with yourself. I don't like her. But she's a necessary evil sometimes with people who think that they can tell you. And I think that this is what this reading is about, is control. People that try to control you. People that try to tell you how to live your life. People that do things that are going to, you know, think it's going to make you act the way you used to. And it no longer does, and you walk away and you confuse them. I did that just recently, you know, with a situation. And one thing had nothing to do with the other. And it's like, you know, if you have nothing better to do than to stick your nose into something that has nothing to do with you, that's how I'm going to treat it. It's pretty simple. Then there was another reader that had some good insight that I wrote down, and she's pretty forthright. So, there is a veil that is about to drop. The truth that I am awakening to. Something in a couple days, and God and his angels. Demonic monitoring was happening. It is up to me, you. Rest and relaxation is what I need to do. My dreams are going to be my reality. I need to relax, surrender, unforeseen blessings. God goes hard for me. You are the wish fulfilled. Big wishes are granted because you've stuck to it. You stuck to something finally. Do not fall for the same old games. The devil knows your price, and he is testing you. Did you hear that? The devil knows your price, and he is testing you. You're tired of the games. You're exposing things that are hidden in the darkness. It is about to rain miracles. I'm ready to receive. I'm always attracting large sums of money. It feels like Mercury retrograde on steroids, and that is such a good comment that you made, that it really did feel like that for like over the weekend, with all the solar storms, the Aurora Borealis, I can never say it right, that was because the energies were so high and so many changes are going on in the earth that you were physically feeling it, and probably dealt with people over the weekend that were just literally out of their minds. I stayed home. How I protect myself is up to me, and I will talk about this. I had a vision a couple days ago, and it changed as it started, but there were all these mice running after each other, like down a drain or down like this tunnel, and I was standing on the outside of it looking at it and watching this happen, and it was like it was swallowing mice like no tomorrow. And then all of a sudden there was a great big explosion, and I stood and watched it. So be very careful. Do not follow the crowd. Do what's best for you, because they are wanting you to self-destruct, and you're not going to let them. Okay? So, first card out, letting go. Letting go of those old habits. Letting go of those things that no longer serve you. Letting go. We've been getting this a lot. Why? Because you've been sitting in this stuck victim mentality, and I've been seeing it more and more, even people posting stuff about exes, and, they're doing this and they're doing that. Why do you care? They're an ex for a reason. Move on. Go find better people. You still talking about what the ex is doing is meaning you're here, because you get some sort of happiness or giddiness because they're doing bad. Maybe look at the other side of the coin, that they really do need help. Send people their way, but don't get involved. I had a situation, my second ex-husband, nothing was going to change because of this and this. And those people will blame you for everything in their life because they sit here and they create all the stories of all the things that are going to go wrong. Why? Because you are very deserving, and your higher self has been communicating with you. Have you been listening? Have you been trying to do better? Have you not worried about what people got to say and what your ex is doing? I say this, and I say this, and I say this. Take all that energy that you are using to belittle, criticize, talk about other people, and turn it on you. And look at you. What can you change? What can you do better? Can you go one day, without criticizing another person? I don't care what it is. Their clothes, their hair, their this, their that they don't have what you don't have. They drink too much, they smoke too much, whatever it is. Can you go one day without making critical remarks? It's not your job. Your job is to work on you. It's plain and simple. And the more you do that, the more your life is going to increase, and the more beautiful things that I have had people coming at me every which way for 2 weeks. And I finally said, enough. Go mind your business. Leave mine alone. Step into it, okay? Because yes, things are going to turn around for you. But you gotta want it, and you gotta work on yourself, and you gotta leave people alone. Job here is to learn about you. Okay? People that come into your life to either teach you a lesson or stay. There's no in between. It does become that simple. Because your life is a canvas, and it's up to you to create it. Seeing potential, bringing in consciousness to light. What is your subconscious telling you? What are your dreams telling you? Are you not dreaming? Why? Why are you not dreaming? Because you're taking medication and you just want to zonk out at night because you don't care? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you were financially free to live your life on your terms, what would you do? That's what you should be concentrating on versus what everybody else is doing. Because we're birthing a new age. It's a very big creation right now of the new earth. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This is what you should be worried about. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? Those of you who've retired, do you have a hobby? Do you have something? Versus sitting around talking about everybody? Are you a gossiper? It's not helping you. Just being honest. We're activating Earth. Power play, ley lines. Trust where you are led. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. So these things are coming into play. Are you going to be a part of it? Or are you going to go the other direction? There is no reason that you need to sit and be critical of other people. Nowhere in the job description, nowhere in the universal laws, nowhere in the Bible does it say that you are allowed. It's not your job. Just, and those of you, as the card goes to the floor, you have somebody that's doing it to you. And they think that they have this power over you. Because people with control issues grew up in homes where they were criticized. Probably the majority of their life. Because their parents were. It's up to you to make those changes. It's up to you. So that your children aren't affected. I know there are things that I did, you know, but in the end, I've always taught my children to be kind and loving. And that is the thing that stands out the most for me, is they are that. They will help people. They will be kind to people. Because there is a death of that old you that wants to happen if you let it. Are you going to let it? Gonna let this happen? Because that judgment that you've been serving to other people, it's gonna find you. Gonna find you. Unless you choose not to do that. Because you have new love, new opportunities coming in for you. Will be justice for the things that you've lived through. If you choose to work on you. You are your greatest obstacle. You are your greatest project. You are your greatest reason to be here. We've been taught so many things that were so wrong for us and so not worthy of what we are here to do. We are all creators. Every stinking one of us. When we came here, we were basically wiped clean. Clean slate. Brain. To see what you would do with it. We were trained. We were monopolized by individuals that have power and greed because they want to control. They wanted the control. The beautiful part about that is God has stepped in. Source, divine, has said, no more. That is not how the future 20 years of this planet is going to be. It's either going to be you learn yourself and be kind to people, quit judging other people, concentrate on yourself, be loving, but set your boundaries with the ones that want to take advantage of you, and you'll know who they are. Your first intuition, gut feel about someone is always right on. Always. Listen to it. Because the universe is stepping in, and they're going to stand in the way of the ones that have been faithful to the ones who haven't. With all your planning and action, you do have a teacher behind you. If you listen. And your ships will come in with the stuff that you need. But are you being diligent? We all fall short. Got to catch yourself. A friend that just said that recently, that she's catching herself more and more. And it's work. You know, just that thought, delete. Delete, delete, delete. I've been doing that for years. Because if it doesn't affect me, I shouldn't even be worried. Okay, pull the Navigator card. I love these. Worthiness. I'm worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, nope, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. So if it is a matter of you just not feeling worthy, start doing things that make you feel worthy. Start doing things that takes you to a place that you feel the joy, you feel the contentment. I've had to learn, I'll give you a little bit of me, over the years of how to live a peaceful life and not the chaos that I grew up in. And always having to worry that, how's this going to happen? How's that going to happen? How are we going to handle that? How is this? Because every day it was a new storm. And it continued into my life for a lot of years. A lot of years. And I finally said, enough's enough. I don't want to live like that. I want to have peace in my heart, love in my heart, knowing that life can be so much better when you choose to live a peaceful life. And you don't have to be keeping up with everybody. And just because you don't have that doesn't mean that you're not a something. I have heard it all, over the years. And I look back at it and I'm like, none of your possessions, your money, anything material that you own says anything about you. Ultimately, it's how you treat others. So, learn what the divine wants from you. You have a purpose. You just might not have discovered it yet. It doesn't matter your age. A lot of us learn from our parents, and they weren't very healthy, as many of us are finding out. And so many children, and I think we're all guilty of it, think that our parents should be perfect. And they're human too. Biggest gift you can give yourself: forgive. Quickly. Don't sit in it. It's your own problem if you're sitting in it. If somebody's done something to you, tell them, but then be done and move on. It's truly that simple. I love you all so much.